Okay, I think we're ready. So, hi, Professor. It is my pleasure to be here with you. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Here we are. We are going to discuss about our first assignment in which we were talking about the trends in information technology. So, some things just to keep into account, just take into consideration when I'm doing this presentation for you, Professor, is that I will be switching between windows just to be able to be, let's say, having a conversation, a real conversation, face-to-face conversation, and at the same time show my slides that I use as a, let's say, as a extra visual information, just to have something more, let's say, tangible to be looking at. Okay, so first, let me here just be talking about our assignment. As I said, it's my pleasure to be here with you, and the topic to this speech today is current trends in technology, information and technology. My name is Juan Camilo Ortiz, and I am your student. And let's go ahead. First, we have our agenda, in which we are going to be talking about introduction, sustainability, trends, and conclusion. So let's start with that introduction here. In the introduction, I'm talking that we are going to be based on three main points: sustainability, trends, and conclusion. In sustainability, it is, let's say, all the balance in any kind of activity you will be doing, or let's say, to sequential dependent activities that we can define like that, a project, any kind of project. So three main foundations in sustainability, that will be the topic in that area. After that, we have our trends. Let's say the technology, the information to be using in our projects, in our companies. So here is when I have to mention that for me it was pretty interesting, because it is not, it is the information, of course. I mean, it is a technology, of course. Let's say that that's pretty interesting too. But it is the use of that technology as something that you mentioned, and I really think that is crucial, and that's something we are going to be talking later here. But let's say that the main idea is we have 10 trends that we are going to be, let's say, breaking down a little bit, just to have a better understanding of those things. Last but not least, we have our conclusion, personal, let's say, ideas, thoughts, let's say, opinions. Last but not least, we have our APA situation, I mean, reference that everyone here knows that are kind of crucial. Let's say that's again the foundation of our project, of our assignment. So let's go ahead. Sustainability. So what are we looking at here? What is the thing we are understanding as a sustainability? Pardon me. Sustainability, let's say that we have three main foundations for sustainability. We have economical sustainability, social sustainability, and environmental sustainability. Let's start with the first one, economical sustainability. So here we're talking about money, we're talking about profit, we're talking about revenue, cost opportunity. We're talking here about any kind of financial aspect of the project. It is profitable, it is worth it to do. I'm going to get any kind of economical benefit of being implementing the new technology. That, let's say, that would be the definition of that economical sustainability. What kind of economical, financial benefit I'm going to get after applying that technology? Because we are going to have a cost. That technology is going to have a cost. That trend to implement that trend is going to have a cost, and it is worth it or not. Environmental sustainability. Here we are talking about the ecosystem. We are talking about how that technology can impact the way we are living and the way that the future people in this planet is going to be living too. So let's say that is to be using, to be doing our project without affecting the resources that the people can be using in the future. Our kids, our grandsons, that kind of people we have to always think about. Last but not least, and actually pretty much the crucial one, we have people. We have social sustainability, how the trends, how that technology and implementing now is going to affect the people that is working with me, for me, my clients, stakeholders, suppliers, everything that is involved. or everything that's unaffected in the microscopic view and the micro and macroscopic view. Copy, crucial for any kind of presentation. So let's keep going. That part is pretty much the one that I really think is crucial for this assignment. As you said in our class, at the end, everything is related with people. The people is the one that is using our technology, and the people is the one that the reason why we are implementing the technology, if that makes sense. So people here. So that's pretty interesting here. So let's see our trends. We have learning machine, predictive analysis, Internet of Things, apps, digital health, let's say automatization, artificial intelligence, 5G, virtual reality, and cybersecurity. So what are those things here? New technology. As you said too, it is not just about the new technology, the new things that we can use. It is also the use of that technology and make that digital transformation, as you said. To buy that technology is not making that transformation by itself. You have to really get the benefit and make it the new normality, make it the new rule, make it the new way to be living as our cell phones. That was the example we were mentioning in our class. So each one of those here in the assignment, we have the Porter's channel, the Porter, let's say, chapter. We have the pyramid. We have the benefit, the costs, let's say that kind of aspects here. But in general talking, just to make it, let's say, straightforward, as I said, we will have at the end again that people, and we will have something that is crucial, as you said, also for the change management, motivation. It is not just to be able to use that technology. It is also to know or to think why I have to learn that technology, to make that feeling of something urgent as the first step in that change management that you mentioned before. Very interesting, as I said before. So the trends here, let's say learning machine, let's say that we can classify the learning machine as a analysis of the data, using the data, sorting the data, classifying the data, understanding the data, and use it as information, convert the data in information. That way we can become data-driven in our decisions for our projects, for our companies. Predictive analysis is by the use of that data, let's say by the using Tableau, using Excel, linear regression, exponential regression, polynomial regression, etc. Let's say that is to predict the future, to know what is going to happen. Of course, let's say that we are not in the deterministic world, we can have a probability. So that probability can be also included in the, let's say, as I said, in the linear regression, you can have the probability. If you're using something like a Monte Carlo method, using a normal regression, normal distribution, t-distribution, up to you the method you will be using. However, you will know that you have center probability to that scenario to happen or to don't be the case. So pretty interesting over here. Let's say here we have Tableau, as I said, Excel, the macros, pretty much that as far as I know. Internet of Things is to connect everything here. It's to connect our cell phone with our computer, with our TV, with our coffee machine, with the laundry, with everything, and be able to be adding that extra value, because that's something pretty distinct is there. It is the added value, the extra value of the reason why our client has to keep buying our brand, because it's working better together. And now we have our apps, let's say, making everything more easy to be working with, user-friendly, digital health. That's pretty interesting here. It's like, let's say that in not all the cases you have to keep or have the people going to the hospital. Maybe you can have, let's say, the diagnostic just based on or just how, let's say, COVID really teach us why we have to use that sample here, and also why we have to use technology in general. Automatization, let's say, to make it more efficient by the use of robots in those mechanical process of manufacturing, let's say, products, artificial intelligence, again, to make everything more efficient, to be able to skip some workers and change it by something that is not going to keep asking for a salary. Pretty much that would be my way of thinking of this part over here. 5G, let's say that it is related with speed. 5G, it is related with how important is the speed in our new world. That's the part that we were talking before, that it was the new acceleration of normality. What we think that is fast and what we think that is slow, that is always faster and faster than before. Virtual reality, the new, let's say, step for, let's say, video games, let's say, industry, plus for training too. That is pretty interesting too. And cybersecurity, let's say that any kind of extra technology you're using is good. You have to protect the data. You have to protect, let's say, for banking, you have to protect the users of that data. I will be going more deeper in the concept, but I have to keep going in order to have the timing. Conclusion. So our conclusion here, as I said, we have the sustainability here. Every kind of thing we are working with or we are thinking about have to be based on sustainability. Why? Let's say that we have several aspects or several errors that we have been doing before as a human species. Let's say related with environmental sustainability, by the use of carbon before in the, let's say, industrial revolution, the efficiency, the use of less carbon in a specific machine, at the end, just add more use of carbon for the total amount of machines around the globe, because it was easy to get that, let's say, profit just for that industry. For the people, if you're using something but you're not making that change in the way of thinking of the people, and let them know first how to use the technology, of course. Second, why they have to use it. What is the benefit to be using that? That way, you can keep your workers, you can, let's say, improve your technology in the general industry, and you can have a better change management, as I just mentioned before, to make it a rule, to make it something easy, smooth to understand, to make it something that you want to do as an employee of a specific company. So people is one of the most important aspects and one of the most intangible things to be talking about, is that thing of be working with people and be understanding people. Let's say that if I'm going a little bit to that leadership concept, I would say that it is the power game, the power rule, how to influence people and how to be working with that people. So we have economical, of course, economic sustainability, of course, let's say that to have a profit, pretty much that, to make able to have, let's say, a economical financial benefit for that technology. We have the new normality of what are the ways that the things are done now, and keep always adapting our companies and adapting our processes to that new normality and not be running out of business. And we have the motivation again. The people is crucial here. The people is one of the most important aspects for that use of any technology. You're using something because you want to make life easier for that people. And change management, of course, let's say that you cannot be pushing for that change. It has to be something that feels natural, So thank you so much, Professor. That will be our presentation today. Over here we have our lovely thank you, Juan Camilo Ortiz Bocanegra, my name, my student number, and we have our reference here. Pretty much that. Let's say that those references are the references that I was using for my assignment, and I hope you have been enjoying. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, eventually. 1, 2, 3, 4, bye.